can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
He wants to throw here on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lockhart. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lockhart. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff to the lone back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball around the middle. Physicality, offensive line is to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. No huddle here for the offense. They go to the ground. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Reads it, fires complete. Got enough space, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Spartans.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Offense getting set for first down. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Let's see what he can do with it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run play action. Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Looking for a man. It's McCoy. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it in halftime too, Clyde. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is...
Leaves his feet and makes a nice catch along the left sideline. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bates. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. He was wild, high and wide on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's not afraid to go deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Spartans will hustle to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Quickly complete. Oh, how did you make that move? Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Spartans are in the red zone. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide.
Touchdown, San Jose State, and that one will give them the lead.
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. They're bringing heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
big plays in the passing game deep down the field that take time to develop. The big hog mollies up front got to protect their quarterback. Great job protecting on that.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hankerson. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Gets it out quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Beavers are flying down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Floating away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around and find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
They'll run the screen. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen. They're so dynamic.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Catch in the middle. It's Hankerson. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
In that third down and manageable situation, I love the RPO play call. You just would love to see your offensive line get a little bit more push. That was a good look to run into, but the defense just beat him up front.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Touchdown, Oregon State! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense way over eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. On the move, it's Bates. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Spartans are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
The give on the inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Lockhart. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Nash. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
How nice is it as a defense when you've got a corner that can play on an island and be as dominant as this guy has been all game long? We just saw another great example of it right there. Breaking on the ball and knocking it away.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups. Let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. 4th quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and... time as possible.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Back to throw, it's McCoy. Dances away from the heat. Finds his big tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience.
Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon. Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Beavers offense will get the first possession of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got his man quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Might be looking to run. He'll throw it. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Running back goes in motion. To the air, it's McCoy. Getting some heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
How about this defense? Getting to the quarterback in back-to-back plays. You want to pressure the quarterback. If you get him on the ground, it's gravy. Nice job. 2 sacks in a row, bringing up a 3rd and long situation.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Beavers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So the Washington Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Shakes off the defender. The expressway is wide open. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Washington right back to the line. On the ground, it's Coleman. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Gets it out fast.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Quick strike complete. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oaks. First down here for the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, 3rd down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. Got his man in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
And it's slipped out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. Using his legs, it's Coleman. Bowls his way forward. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on second down. Wide out in motion. They feed him again. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. And the tackle was made on the return man, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal block. Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Using the quick game. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to pass. It's McCoy. Quickly complete. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. Complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Beavers want to move quickly. Going up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hankerson. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has a second down play. Back to the air one more time. Going to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Beaver! What a catch and run for 6. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Wants to throw on third. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Beavers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Caught on the outside, it's Jackson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. On first down from their own 22. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home, stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
Running with power. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Washington wants to go quickly. Off play action on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. They'll process 5 yards. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. That's caught. It's Boston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Trying to get to it. At the 35, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna run it. It's Hankerson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. It's McCoy. Get it out on the screen. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And the Beavers get the 1st down.
And those RPOs can confuse the defense, can cause a little bit of hesitation, and that hesitation was just enough. Hand it off, get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens. Get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you got to answer that here. The playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Wants to throw. It's Rodgers. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They want to throw it. Feeling some heat. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Delivers to contact. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Huskies headed quickly to the line.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Remember this one simple precept, and your time with me will not have been ill-spent. The tight end is always open.
They think that, too. They think they're always open. Throw me the football, but especially in the red zone. This is where you see most tight ends do most of their damage. Big body guys, QB find him, hit him, touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 20. Down at the 26. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading cover.
Got a lot of running room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they come up with a huge pick-6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last pick-6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still set.
He uncorks one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's McCoy. pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Pulled down for the tackle. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Got the quick pass. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got out of trouble and throws. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it on the run. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. He wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Beavers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers! And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And he missed it. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. 1st down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Terry. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's McCoy. Looking deep down the right side. He caught it. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and
unleashes one deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll take another shot here. It's complete. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Now adjusting. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us.